Are we gonna? Can we cyberbully your stepmom?
My stepmom? It's not my stepmom we cyberbully.
Oh. Who's? Oh, was it Scott's stepmom?
Yeah, it's Scott's stepmom.
Okay, but you have one, right?
I don't have one anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got divorced.
How long ago
I've
did
noticed
that
since
happen?
I've been born, but
How long ago did that happen?
a while ago.
Oh. How's your brother? Wait, that's on the list. We'll talk about it.
Really?
Unless you don't want to talk about it.
Let's not talk about
What
it.
is it? Everything?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, we'll talk about it after.
5, 4, 3.
Nolan comes up to me and he goes,
Nolan Todd? What the fuck is this? What Nolan?
Fabricius.
Nolan Rodriguez?
work my way over to Nolan Fabricius. I hope I said that correctly.
Nolan's living in the Shire.
So many different
Nolan
ways.
Rodriguez.
Derived from the
Still respectful.
It's absolutely Fabricus.
Hello, it's Absolutely Fabricus. It is 8/8/19. 8/8, August 8th. We got an adequate number of people watching. They're so hyped. We're going to talk Gamergate. We're going to talk
That's it.
World of Warcraft Classic. We're going to talk about how much Joe Biden sucks shit. Quote me. It's a little low energy show because my ankles are covered in scabs. I got bitten up by fleas and then I itched the rotten flesh until it bled. And now my ankles itch real bad and that's all I can think about. What? No, I think from another house I frequent. You would know if we had fleas in our house. They can't. What? Maybe. I can't say. I'm not gonna throw accusations into the wild like that. But my ankles itch and I'm distracted. You can probably tell. So let's do the show! Okay, yeah. We got a show, we got a guest, we got a full-blown show. We were going to do it. Well, I'm not going to say we're going to do because we'll still do that one day.
What?
It was going to be fun. Hey, have you seen the patio? You haven't seen what's going on in our patio?
You guys have a patio? There's a patio on this house?
You've been on the patio.
I've never been to the patio.
Are you serious?
I've only come at nighttime. When I look out the windows, I just see dark.
Okay, so after the show, we'll go up, we'll show you the patio, and
Okay.
we'll talk about...
Why aren't we doing the show from the patio?
We could do it.
You guys are really talking up the patio.
It's weird because it's like dug into a hillside, so it's like... Have you seen Ricky O?
No.
You know that movie, though?
Mm-mm.
It's just like broad
I was born in
walls.
1990.
It's like a 3-story broad flat wall. It's like the most boring
That's a patio.
background
Can
of
you put up
something.
a
You wouldn't want to
dartboard?
shoot back there.
Can you
What?
put up a dartboard on the cliffside?
I don't think so. It's all stucco. You wouldn't want to hang a dartboard up.
Oh.
You don't want to disturb it.
All right, I don't want to see it.
Okay, well, you're not going to see it. Patio's over. You got a new house, huh?
Yeah.
It's got a nice
There's a
yard.
patio.
You've got your own garage studio that's nicer than this garage studio.
No, there's a bunch of shit in it. This has like lights. This has gold over there.
But yours has...
Einstein's right
It's,
there.
it's a library. It's got an air conditioner.
it
It's
doesn't
got...
have an air conditioner.
It did when I was there.
It has a swamp cooler that doesn't work.
Well, I don't like swamps.
Oh. Well, it makes the... Do you like cool swamps?
All right, well, I've got a list of topics.
Drain the
The
swamp.
first one is my legs itch. We got through that. Keller told me not to talk about that one on camera.
Did you put cream on your ankles?
No, I don't have it. I don't have the right cream.
You don't have... Do you have any cream?
What I noticed was
Something will help.
the
Put some-
flesh around the bites
Stop saying flesh.
is sort of rotten.
You say rotten flesh a lot.
It's like it's not like a mosquito bite where it's like a healthy welt.
What
the
color
flesh
is
is
it?
dead.
It's dead?
There's like a crater of dead flesh where the bite
Are you sure it
happened.
wasn't a brown recluse?
It didn't turn like black or purple, but it's definitely like a crater
When
of
did this
rotten
happen?
flesh. It's been like weeks that it doesn't go away.
A crater of rotten flesh.
On my ankles.
We need to start a medical emergency podcast.
Yeah, I don't have any health
Okay,
insurance.
we're going to kickstart Nolan seeing a dermatologist, I guess.
I'll write that down.
before his ankles get sawn off. Next week, we're sawing off Nolan's ankles
Adam-
live on stream.
Adam, pull up a photo of my rotten ankle flesh. And that'll be cut in later. Thank you. So as you can see, it's not discolored, but it is,
It's a
concave.
there's a
It's concave.
there's a crater.
and it gushes blood when you scratch it too hard.
How
Absolutely gushes.
gushes?
It gushes blood.
So you're
It's a
like
font of
like
blood.
Old Faithful on your
Yeah,
leg?
extremely bleedy. Now, I had brunch omelets at Keller's new house. And it was great. It was a dreamy house.
Okay, good.
But
Oh fuck.
you know where I'm going with this.
We
I'm
got
not
a cat.
surprised They got a cat. I told them not to do it. They did it. I'm never going back to their house.
All part of the plan.
Why did you do that?
Never making an omelet again.
I'm having a hard time with the flea bites already, and my friends keep getting cats, and I keep getting.
Why does like a dogs get fleas too? What's the
Well, I'm not
difference?
mad at the cat for the fleas, but the
Also,
cat.
the cat's not going to go outside to get fleas.
It's
How
not
allergic are you to cats?
extremely.
What's extremely?
It turns my eye flesh into beef jerky.
You
It's
say
like
flesh again.
I knew you would get hung up on the
Stop.
word flesh. It dries out my eyes to the point where they start to like shrink. And
How much
contract.
flesh is on your eyes? Is there
You
any?
don't think about it until it starts to dry out.
There's no-
Imagine your eyeballs not getting any moisture. Like it's extremely painful.
All right, now that I think about
It's not
it.
a sneezy, itchy allergy. It dries.
It's
like,
just the
start to-
eyes?
It's the eyes first, and then it spreads through there.
Oh, through there.
And then my mom says, she calls me up and she says, I had a viral sinus infection. And 3 days later, my sense of smell and taste is gone for the rest of my life. That happened to my mom this week. She lost 2 of her 5 senses
Forever?
forever.
Did she?
Likely
is she,
forever. They're putting her on
Is she on
steroids.
WebMD?
Yeah, there's extremely...
Is that where she saw this?
No,
Or
she
does
went to an ear, eyes,
legitimately-
and throat. They have like a crazy name for ears, throats, eyes doctor. It's like ornithologist.
So she can't smell or
She
taste.
can't smell or
anything
taste.
ever again.
2 of her 5 senses just gone like that.
How is she gonna get superpowers like Daredevil?
I don't think so.
Oh,
She taught for 40 years. The second she retires, she loses 2 of her 5.
she's gonna hear so good now.
She's bummed, and I'm bummed.
Yeah, that
My
sucks
ankles
hard.
are bleeding. But thanks to British Shake for giving me a Band-Aid.
So that's
I
another
appreciate it, man.
Kickstarter we're starting.
Keeping the blood in my legs. Okay, well, that's all the Nolan Keller chat.
It was good.
Did it feel good?
Yeah.
How's Hector doing?
He's great.
He hasn't been on the show yet.
He has.
I'm gonna
I'm
write
sorry.
that down.
Guys, there's a person named Hector that you guys are gonna meet.
Just vamp for a little bit. need
I
to
live
find
with a guy named Hector, and that's going to be the end of Hector talk. Nolan's handwriting's so good. I wish you guys could see what he's writing right now because it looks pristine.
Are there
Like,
2 R's in Navarro?
Yeah. That's Hector's last name. I said we were going to not talk about Hector anymore. It's Hector Navarro.
Is he related
Google
to
him.
Dave Navarro?
I haven't ever asked him that, but I'm
Could
going to
you
go
text
ahead
him
and,
if
I'm
he-
gonna
is
go
he
ahead
awake
and
right now?
say yes. Probably.
Just
I
tell
know
him.
I can say that he's
Tell him
not.
it's for Absolute Fabricus.
Okay. This is for Absolutely Fabricus. Are
Okay.
you related to Dave Navarro?
Well, what's good about what's happening right now is that we have another section of the show. If you've seen the show, you know that we have guests sometimes. We have a guest. We got to hold because the guest has to come out when the beat drops in the song. So the guest is going to be Jordan Dahl! Hey,
It's the other song by the Proclaimers.
are they Australian? What are they?
They're Scottish.
they're something
You
weird.
couldn't hear that cripplingly Scottish accent the poor man has?
I can hear an accent, but if you told me it was
Right
Australian, I would believe that
You
too.
don't know the difference between an Australian and a Scottish accent.
A Scottish donkey. I can't
That's
do it.
something
I
else.
can't
That was
do
some
it.
sort of strange deep wizard.
Wait, if I can give me a second, I can get into the
Scottish donkey.
Scottish donkey.
Scottish donkey.
Do So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Your nose is bleeding.
Fat bastard.
Fat.
Whatever helps you get
I
into
can't.
it.
I have no lock-in phrase for Scottish.
Think of the
He
mom.
Jordan was born in Scotland.
I was
right?
born in
I don't
Scotland.
I don't want to dox
How's
you.
your
Is that
Scottish
okay to-
accent?
It's all right.
Yeah, that's great.
It's really
That's great.
good.
All right.
Okay, okay, say that again.
Me?
Yeah, you say that and then let
Oh, it's
him,
all right. I
let
do a
him
Scottish
repeat after
accent
you.
if I have to flip it on and off sometimes.
What is she got? What is
You
she?
sound like a creaky
she's
oak
got, if I
tree.
can, if I can sing my way into it, I can do. I can do Irish, I guess. I can't
Dave
do.
Navarro is
You
Hector's
don't
I
uncle.
can start high and go low. I can do
You
Irish.
sound like you're about to start granting wishes.
Oh,
there.
you're better at both of them. You're a regular James Austin Johnson over here. All our guests are so
a
good
real
at
voice
impressions.
box. I'm a real
Doubtfire.
creature closet.
Can you do a scene that's an Irishman talking to a Scotsman?
Probably. What are they talking about?
They're talking about the cloudy weather and the fairy folk.
They're talking about
All right,
Brexit.
do you want to go for a ride on my dirigible? Did you call it a hot air balloon? Everybody calls it a hot air balloon. You're calling it a dirigible.
Oh, it's hot air
Doesn't even
balloon.
look like a dirigible. What's the Irish tick with fairies today?
You can do Irish without doing the sing-songy thing. I can only do it if I do.
You can only do it if you go.
If I do
"Oh,
the thing.
ta-ta-ta,
Oh,
ta-ta."
ta-ta-ta-ta. What is the Leah Thompson does it? Oh, Mr. Eastwood.
Mr. Eastwood, right?
But she does that start high and go low.
Sure, sure.
That's the only way I can do it. I'm not a performer.
How are
I'm
your
not.
ankles, man?
Dude, they itch and bleed.
They got rotten flesh.
it
You said
sucks.
canker,
I don't think-
cankerous boils.
Can't get.
Oh, I smell it.
Can you get a
Oh.
shot of my ankles?
Smells
I don't
like
know if you zoom in.
pistachios.
They're all bitten up.
How's there steam lines coming off of it?
If there's
Like the
rotten
Band-Aid,
flesh
like, up
around,
here, you can see blood on
You
the
put a
thing.
Band-Aid over
if
it.
there's rotten flesh around your flea bites, that's the plague, Holmes.
It's like right around where the sock ends.
You've
Nolan,
got it.
do you have bubonic plague?
You've got the Black
I got
Death.
ankle plague.
Ankle plague?
Ankle plague. Hashtag ankle plague. That'll be
Hashtag
the
ankle
hashtag.
plague.
I'm not going to do hashtags anymore. No one ever tweets it.
What are you talking about?
It's fun to do hashtags.
It's so fun.
All right.
Try it out.
What's our
Director Adams,
hashtag?
thumbs up, and you need- is the
You
director.
got them in the bottom drawer down there? What's happening?
We got.
Let me see if I got any hashtags down here.
Nope.
All right. No, Keller, you got a vamp. You're a fact checker. It's in the job.
That's
I have
fact
to write.
vamper?
We could talk about this
Back
mysterious roommate you don't want to talk about.
It's wait. What was it? Ankle.
Who's not talking
plague.
about a roommate?
Hector.
Oh,
You diverted immediately. You were like, I don't want to talk about Hector.
we can talk about Hector. I do a podcast with Hector.
He's
It's
a
about
good
movies.
guy. He's
been
Hector.
on
He's
it.
a good guy.
He's a good guy.
He likes 3D movies. He's a good guy.
He likes 3D movies.
I hear
He
he's a
loves
good
them.
guy.
He
And comic
he
books.
loves 3D movies to an an undue degree. Like,
3D, that's the best D, baby.
you gotta meet Hector. You guys are gonna.
Think of all the D's. Three's the best.
3, that's what you want. You don't want the 4D
Too many
that
D's.
sprays you with stinky seat water.
Why do people think that's a good idea?
The 4D?
Yeah.
And the seats rumble.
Why
and
do it?
You know, back in the day, in like the 50s and stuff, they experimented with seats that would shock you and like squirt you with ice
Oh,
cold
just
water.
kidding. Bring it back.
The shock
both.
seat is great.
Do both.
It
Squirt you
enhances
with-
the realism. For
Squirt you
this
with-
Jack the Ripper picture, we've hired a man to stab people in the audience. They'll think they're there. 2 to 3 people will get ripped at every showing.
Will it be you? Who knows? You can't buy that level of endorphins to
Yeah.
watching someone get murdered in front of you in the theater.
Could be you.
They just murder plants. They're not actual murdered. But
Just like Jack the Ripper.
is that what
He
you did?
murdered
You ripped through the
plants.
movie screen to.
No, he murdered plants. Every time they went and like found a body, they were like, "Oh, it's another ficus. He's thrown us off the trail. This one's a cactus.
This is 4 Northern European accents
He's brilliant."
we've done in the first 15 minutes. This is intimidating.
Look, I've got a region. Look, my 23andMe was almost see-through.
Can you do Welsh?
Huh?
Welsh?
The only Welsh that I can do.
Jack the
is,
Ripper did something in
Right.
Liverpool.
Do you lot know where McDonald's is?
That is Welsh.
That's what a.
That is Jake. Is that Welsh?
That's what a Welshman.
Are you
once said
listening?
to me.
Jake, you're the only English
What's he
person
listening
in the
to?
room.
Oh, he's listening to Rosetta
He
Stone.
just
Learn
did a
Welsh.
And we need you to say, is it actual Welsh? I don't know. Just what he just said.
That's a good question. I think we should move past it.
No.
I don't think my Welsh
What?
accent.
Jake,
should
was
be-
it Welsh?
Jake,
Hashtag,
first
was
of
it
all-
Welsh?
Hashtag was it Welsh?
Change the hashtag. Hashtag
I'll just add a
was it
second
Welsh?
one.
Wheels. They say wheels. Right. Do you lot know where the McDonald's is? That's what. That's what he said to me.
That's Welsh.
Jack the Ripper killed a plant at the McDonald's. Go.
I don't know
no,
enough.
You can have a question mark in a hashtag.
You
Thank
said
you.
no one's using it, so go for it,
Thanks,
man.
Scoot. Scoot answered me. That's all that matters. No special characters and hashtags. We all know the rules. Okay. Jordan.
Who was the Welsh singer? It's not unusual.
Oh, now he's paying attention to Welsh
Tom
culture.
Jones.
Tom
Oh,
Jones.
now he knows who's Welsh.
That's my Welsh accent. It's just Tom Jones songs.
Is the Isle of Wight Wales?
No, that's the Isle
The
of
Isle
Wight.
of Man.
Also its own place.
Is any
If it-
isles associated with Wales?
People from the Isle of Man are called Manx.
That's people from Manchester. What are people from Manchester called? They're
Mannies.
Manx.
They're Mannies.
They're called Nutters. Right, mate. All right.
Wait, so Manx are from Manchester and
Yeah. Have you ever heard
Wales?
You ever heard of a
Does either have an X?
Do they ever fight?
sometimes?
Well, I'll lock that away in the
You ever
Mank
heard,
bank.
You ever heard of a Manx?
Oh, no.
That was great. The Mank Bank.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
Yeah, hey, good point.
Because Nolan didn't trust my character work. Now
it's
you've
great.
come along, with your British charm, and blown it out of the water.
I said Joe Biden sucks shit earlier, right?
Yeah, sure. Have you ever
Yeah.
heard of a Manx cat?
Yes, that does sound familiar. It's
They
like
don't. They don't have a tail.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so. Also in the Mank
it's a breed of cat that
Put
doesn't
that
have a tail.
data point in the Mank bank.
Don't want that. The whole point of having a cat is for the tail,
Is that why people do it?
for sure.
If you ask the cat, are you domesticated?
I'll call.
The answer would never be yes.
I don't
Quick,
think it
call
would
our
answer
cat.
you.
Okay, but you see what I'm saying here, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not on your team. It's
Mm-hmm.
never on your team as a cat owner. It is working against you in your own home
Sure.
all the time.
Yeah.
And
Mank is a town in Austria.
I feel
Add
like
it to the Mank.
I feel
Add
like
it to
we're
the
kind of
Mank
all
bank.
over the board here.
I'm mad that Keller has a cat. I really liked having brunch at his house.
What's wrong with cats? Because you get bit because you were cursed with the boils?
That's not.
You
I
have
don't
that
think that
boil
came from a
curse.
cat. Although, the problem with cats is that they're not evolutionarily allies to apes.
That's what's great about them. Yeah,
That's
they're just
great.
hanging around, eating scraps. They don't care.
They're working against you.
Nah,
not
they're not
working
working
against
against
you.
you.
They're absolute parasites.
We're
They're
bridging
definitely
divides.
they're definitely parasites, but they're not really hurting you. If anything, I see a benefit. I wouldn't quite call it symbiosis, but you pet a kitty cat. Come on,
No,
Oh,
I will not
good.
come on.
oh, kitty cat.
You can't.
Nolan, come on.
Those little
I'm
scritchy,
not
scritchy-
gonna come on.
Their cat
All
has a
right.
I'm
little
not
goatee.
gonna come on this. You're not gonna get me to come on here. Cats
Nolan,
want
come
to
on
eat
it.
the jelly of your eyeballs.
So do I. I'm thinking about it right now.
Oh God.
All the flesh in your eyeballs.
Look at those
Fucking
succulent.
Do you have a cat
peepers.
in your home? Would you
no,
bring
I
one into your
can't
home?
because my stupid roommate
Let's
is
talk about
broken
them.
and has allergies. Has been cursed by God for something he did in the past.
Am I your roommate? Who's your roommate?
My roommate's Jono.
Oh,
Jono
right. I met that
Zalea.
guy. I like that guy.
He's a wonderful guy.
I like
but-
him more knowing that he's allergic to cats.
Wonderful guy, but being allergic to cats is like tantamount to like some sort of ancient Greek like torture. Like he brought fire to the humans.
Yeah, that's just a
And they were
swarm
like-
of
Yeah.
locusts. All
And
the
they're
time.
like, this little
You'll
parasite, you can't be around it.
You will have to walk the earth alongside the angel, but you may not touch its downy wings.
the angels.
The merest touch of its beautiful tail can cure any ailment, but not for you, cursed one.
You're locked out of
the promise.
parasite heaven.
Yeah.
Get
the parasite. Catch the fever.
You know what toxoplasmosis
Of
is?
course I do. I'm riddled with it.
I
You think
can't,
this is me talking?
I can't
This
go-
is the worms,
I
baby.
can't gotcha on any of this. You're like one step ahead of me. You know, every angle I'm with, you're just like gladly, just like, yeah, I'm in the cult. You can't.
Nolan, it's us, the worms.
Are there worms in your boils?
Thanks for having us on your show.
We have brain worms that
Yeah,
came
man.
from breathing cat piss.
Yeah, man.
What room in your house is the litter box in, Keller?
Not mine, so that's all that matters.
Is it in a bedroom or a bathroom?
bathroom?
Utility room.
It's in your bedroom.
Is in the bathroom off the. Oh, I see.
It's a tiny kitten. We can't just have it out in the wilderness yet.
Do you have a? What are you gonna do? Do you have like a laundry room? I can't remember.
No, it's in the closet. The laundry room is the closet.
Could you put the litter box in the closet?
It's gonna eventually go in the.
We don't want that.
Oh, so you want all the cat love, but none of the.
You are getting the
Toxoplasmosis.
picture. Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'll let it go. Hey,
Yes.
where's a good place to buy Pearl Snap shirts in 2019?
I think you got to go to a Western outlet.
Yeah.
Do they have those here?
Go to a
bet
Justin's
there is.
You gotta
boot
get out to
warehouse.
the Mojave Desert.
You know, there's a place in Denver called Shepler's.
I'm not going to Denver.
Ooh, yeah,
let's
they
go
got
to
that in
Denver.
Texas too.
Shepler's?
You guys got
Sheplers.
Sheplers?
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's wonderful. Love a Western cut pearl snap.
I'm
Best
writing
kind.
Sheplers down. It sounds great. We had one in Western Kansas called Vanderbilt's.
They sell trucks too.
It was boots and mostly boots.
Sure.
Okay.
Sometimes they make boots out of ostrich, which feels weird that a cowboy would have ever come across an ostrich.
That is weird.
Not if you've ever played a Final Fantasy. They're good. They're good riding.
Chocobo boots.
They're good.
Plus 5
Chocobo.
luck.
Yeah, those aren't ostriches.
They're.
It makes sense that they'd have that.
They're
It makes sense.
ostrich adjacent.
Ostrich
all right.
adjacent.
All right.
I like that we all turn on you. Yes,
Ostrich adjacent would be a good hashtag too.
yeah, it sure would.
Put it on there.
And there is a third spot on here. I gotta fill up.
Just emus?
This is starting to look like the
Yeah,
Matrix.
emus. Wait,
Caraways? Cassoways?
cassowaries.
Cassowaries.
Caraway is a seed.
Cassowaries. Caraway. Coriander?
Corianders.
Corianders. Oh, they'll
You want to hear a
fucking get
story
you.
about a cassowary?
Please.
One time, so I worked at the zoo,
Which zoo?
Denver Zoo.
Good zoo.
Thank you. Worked at the zoo. I worked in concessions, and when you show up to work, they would say there's a code red and a code blue, and a code blue means a non-dangerous animal has escaped. Code red means a dangerous animal has escaped. I get there, everybody's like code red, code red. They hit me on the radio, code red. I hid in the Dippin' Dots stand.
Fair.
And then later I found out it was a cassowary.
And those things will fuck you
They will
up.
fuck you up.
They'll fuck you
as
up.
a zoo employee, you know the code,
Yeah.
but the audience does not know.
No.
He just explained it.
But also this
Or
was
not
at,
the
like,
audience, but the zoo patrons. Like,
zoo-goers.
is it
Our
incumbent
guests.
upon you to spread the threat?
Sure. Well,
like-
they tell me the very complex coded message, which is code red.
Yeah.
And then I say, Red! Red! Jump in the monkey pit! The
There's a
monkeys will save
goddamn
you!
flightless bird.
There's
Yeah.
all the times code red means something good too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Mountain Dew Code Red.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, nah,
Did
that
you
was the
sell
worst
that
one.
at the they
This was-
sell the snack bar reds. The snack bar guy's yelling Code Red.
This,
Throwing
It's
them
like
at people.
he's throwing Mountain Dew out to people.
this was also at like 7 a.m.
There's an emergency.
So there was nobody there. Except for
okay.
a vicious
How old
bloodthirsty
were you when you
cassowary.
worked at the Denver Zoo?
22?
Do you regret moving to LA? Denver's a nice town. It's got
Denver is a
seasons.
nice town.
It's
I
got
miss the
seasons.
seasons.
One thing that happened to me at
You miss
Denver
snow?
was a girl I was dating
Mm-hmm.
was in a wedding and she sort of just ghosted me in Denver because
Okay.
she didn't tell. She was a bridesmaid in the wedding, and she didn't tell any of the wedding party that I was going to be there.
Oh.
And so they kind of raised their eyebrows when they saw me, and then they just went and did bridesmaid businesses, and then didn't respond to any texts for 3 days. So I was like alone in Denver, just confused and young.
Yeah.
And then I went to lower downtown Denver.
Lodo.
Hated it.
It's bad.
Lodo was so bad.
It's not where you want to be.
I went to a street fair somewhere else.
They call it Lodo.
Lodo.
Lower downtown is called Lodo.
It's a bummer.
I went to a street fair
staying out.
that was amazing and met a bunch of strangers and just commiserated about what I was being put through that weekend, and they were so nice.
Yeah.
They took me to a garage show, and then I walked over to this bar called the High Dive,
Love the High Dive. High Dive is that's a mainstay.
and I saw the band Tao and Mira,
Okay.
and I met Cliff Skurlock, the drummer of the Flaming Lips.
Okay.
So I had a great time in Denver,
It's-
despite
It sounds like you
everything
had
happening.
It sounds like a real roller coaster ride.
Definitely.
It was wild. It was the weekend that the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern came out, because I watched that in the
Good
Cherry
weekend. I
Creek
remember it
Mall.
always. Sure.
I watched it in an AMC in the Cherry Creek Mall by myself.
Yeah.
Did you know who Taika Waititi was at that point?
No.
Okay.
No idea.
Did Taika
Okay.
Waititi direct that?
He's
no,
in it.
he's the comic relief in it. He's like the best friend to Ryan Reynolds. What is
Oh.
that like kid in Spider-Man? What's his name?
Oh.
Ned.
The friend Ned.
Ned.
who
Ned.
gets a girlfriend. He's the Ned of that.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Not a home run
What are you talking
performance,
about?
but he couldn't do much with it.
Sure.
It was just bad
Failed.
top to bottom.
Destined.
Everybody kind of agreed it was a pretty bad movie.
Yeah.
I want to talk a lot about Denver because Denver is anomalous in this country.
Is it?
In that it's isolated. There isn't a major city within 5 hours. How far is Salt Lake City?
Sure, like 4 or 5 hours.
Like, it's more isolated than your other city. Like, Kansas City has St. Louis down the road. St. Louis has Chicago. They start to weave together.
You go to Cheyenne, Wyoming.
That's not a city, though.
Sure it is.
Everything in Wyoming is ludicrously small.
That's true. It's very
Jackson
small,
Hole.
and it's very
Cheyenne and Laramie are both so much smaller than I presume.
it's very flat and windy.
Yeah, Wyoming is so fucking big and empty.
Yeah.
Like, it is so huge. But Denver, as Colorado legalized weed,
It's true.
like Colorado used to be this
Decriminalized
like,
mushrooms too.
dude,
Did
it's
it?
so good that Colorado decriminalized weed, and Colorado was always a swing state, and now it's just more and more reliably liberal because everyone's chilling the fuck out.
They're going bonkers.
Like
man.
money is flowing, everyone's relaxed. All these old people who are in constant pain, and so they watch Fox News to supplement their physical aches and pains
Sure.
via anger towards the youngs. In Colorado, they can just THC that shit away, and they're super calm. It's a great precedent. Every agricultural state that legalizes weed should therefore skew bluer and bluer and bluer. Like, if no one's making money growing wheat or corn, Kansas and Nebraska,
Hashtag skew blue.
it's too, there's no real estate
Okay,
left on
all
the,
right.
on the thing. Adam, can you
It
read those
rhymes.
hashtags? Yeah, all right, it's funnier. For you.
Secret hashtag.
We'll run it back down.
Skew blue.
So do you think there's a world where you've had an ass full of LA and you move back to Denver?
You know, potentially. Honestly, here's the problem. I think about moving back to Denver every day.
Yeah.
I love it. I miss it. It's my hometown.
It's one of those towns where people, like Omaha's one of those towns where people from there,
Yeah.
they make no bones about liking it and wanting to move back.
I remember seeing a tweet that was like, I just want somebody to like look at me the way that people from Colorado look at Colorado. And it's so true. Not my tweet, obviously, but it was so true. And it's like, it is like this elven glade where it's like, someday I'll make it back
Yeah.
to the West.
It's
But yeah, I think about going back all the time, but I don't think that I ever would move back because that's not how you move forward. You know, moving back is not moving forward.
That's true. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's not. Denver is anomalous in the region as like it has a standalone island of a comedy scene.
Sure, and the comedy scene in Denver is great, and you know, I hope that I get to always be a part of it. But it's like it's almost like like I did kind of what I wanted to do in Denver.
Yeah.
I moved to Los Angeles to try to do what I want to do
I
here.
want-
It's been a real pain in the ass. It
I want the
sucks and it's
precedent-
hard, but
yeah.
I hope that like someday it'll all pay off. And the one way to guarantee that it'll never pay off is to go home.
I want the precedent of Denver.
Yeah.
Like we used to think when I was in bands in college, we were like, we don't need to move to LA to get a record deal
Sure.
because we have the internet now, and if you're good enough,
Mm-hmm.
the labels will find you. That was never actually true. That was like wishful thinking. No one from where we were from ever
happened
had
to,
a
like, 4
shot
people.
of making it. I mean, there were like probably 8 bands in Manhattan, Kansas at any given time. And some of them were great, and some of them probably deserved to be on labels. But you had Saddle Creek and Omaha, and that was about it for labels. What you're describing is this age-old problem that's like, yeah, we moved to LA, we moved to where the media machine is. It shouldn't work that way with the internet. The media
Sure.
machine should not be headquartered anywhere, and maybe over time it will be so less.
That's true, maybe. And places like Colorado and like Atlanta are getting more, and New Mexico
Yeah.
are getting more and more of like a film industry, and you could go there because it is a media machine. You know, it's like I didn't have to move to Los Angeles to be a stand-up. I was a fairly comfortable stand-up in Denver. You know,
Yeah.
I was paying my bills through comedy.
Yeah.
But it's like you still have to move here because this is where it all crashed to earth.
But I
you know,
want-
this is the crater of Hollywood, and you got to get out here if you want to mutate.
I'm having a good time living in LA. I like LA. LA's been pretty good to me. I would love to see that spell broken.
Sure.
I would love.
So would I.
I would love my presumption as an early 20s creative dipshit that like if I'm just good enough at what I do, then the audience will find me.
Even more than that, I would like to see LA be good to me. I would like to see it,
That would be good.
I
Yeah.
would like to see the move pay off and be like, oh, okay, this is why people come here.
How long have
know?
you been in town?
3 years.
Oh, you're so early into it. It was like 2 years before I felt like I could make eye contact with other
Sure.
people in town. Like it was so oil and water when I was in town.
It's a weird town, man.
You weren't here.
It's a prickly vibe.
You weren't here while Nerd Melt was a thing.
I did Meltdown a couple of times.
Oh, did you really?
Or one time, I opened for Adam Caton Holland there one time, and then I was on the bill one time.
Denver boys.
Yeah.
That's it.
Denver boys.
Like I didn't have a starter city. That's another thing where like the Denver boys know each other. They give you a leg up.
True.
Mike Judge like gives like Keller will tell you
Me
Texas
and Mike,
boys a
I'll
leg
talk
up.
to
Him and
Mike all the
Mike
time.
are so tight.
Yeah.
Like, don't go on F4s anymore, dude.
You need a starter
Keller-
city like Quazala knows like all the Chicago people.
Sure.
You gotta like I said Chicago like a Chicagoan.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have a starter city. The Jersey boys, the New Yorkers, they all came through. Someone tweeted that The Sopranos should be called Jersey Boys and Jersey Boys should be called The Sopranos.
Perfect. A perfect tweet.
Throw that tweet up. Whoever said
That
it
is
needs
perfect.
credit. I retweeted it.
You know, my favorite tweet that I've ever seen, as long as we're reminiscent about the greats, the classics.
Just list off tweets you've liked.
Do you know who did this one?
Adam will throw them up on the screen.
No way.
okay.
But it was like flips up welding mask. What we really need is a candidate who will grant full amnesty to the blowtorch killer, if he even exists. It was really good and made me laugh really hard. Also, Derek Sheen had a great tweet where he said, what did he say? He said, oh, who's the guy who played Hellboy? Ron Perlman. He says, Ron Perlman has Tom Waits' voice for a face. Which is so good. And such a fucking sniper shot.
Oh man.
Against two wonderful men who never
they're
deserved
great.
it.
I would love to see a Tom Waits, Ron Perlman like brother movie.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's the pitch. And your
Tom
podcast
Waits.
Fight Island is
Sure,
very much
sure.
this, like speculative.
Sure.
Okay, so it's Tom Waits and Ron Perlman.
Uh-huh.
They're estranged brothers. It's Darjeeling Limited with two brothers,
Okay.
much older,
I like it.
and trying to reconnect over
Sure.
maybe their parents' death or settling the estate or maybe on a train in India.
They lip sync each other's voices.
Can we make it a fantasy realist movie where they are two sons of a recently dead god?
Yeah, what god from what mythology? They're like,
Jesus.
Yeah,
it's so fucking funny.
they're both Jesus.
Jesus Junior.
Jesus is like this deadbeat dad who went out for smokes and never came back because he
Sure.
was the son of God.
He
and
got
had
hit by
to-
a train.
He was like, I got fucking kids out.
He got hit by a bread truck. That's what we used to tell everybody.
Okay, they're Jesus's sons. They
Sure.
hate each other, and they got huge, whatever this part of your face is called, between your nose bridge, your septum.
Septums.
Your septum is this.
They have their septums pierced.
No, but they're the two men with the tallest septums. That's what's so peculiar about their faces. They have what is this? What is this? Fact check what this is.
A lip.
Keller, Google
I
this.
think it's
Definite
just.
lip.
Keller, please
I think
Google
that's
what
just,
I'm doing right
I think
now.
that's just your upper lip.
No, it's
Also, check on
What's it called?
Check on WebMD.
it's not fulcrum.
Pulley.
I knew a kid when I was in grade school. Me and this other kid we were the two kids who drew. We drew a lot,
Yeah.
and he would always draw the teardrop
Lever.
shaped indentation in every face.
Sure.
But he would give it as much weight as the eyes and mouth. So it always looked like there was a big booger in
Sure.
his drawings because he could not.
Did you tell him that?
No,
Or is he just finding out now?
He was my friend, but he scared me a little bit. He got into ICP, which I think means he was like
He was in ICP?
he was
I
in
used to-
ICP. No, he was like 12, but I think it means his dad was pretty rough on him.
That's
I
like
think
that's like getting into a UCB team or something. Like, yeah, he got into ICP.
you got in. You're
Yeah,
a juggalo.
He was on the touring team.
You've got the nod.
yeah. Yeah, you don't get into
He's a
you don't-
juggalo face to watch.
you don't
New,
get-
juggalo new face.
You don't get into being an insane clown if things are good at home.
no.
I used to go to a Waffle House that was fully staffed by juggalos.
Yeah,
Everybody
See, that
worked
sounds
there.
fucking
It was
awesome.
awesome. They were all so nice.
Was it in
Yeah.
Houston?
No, it was in Dallas.
And waffles are culturally
Fort Worth.
clown food. I think.
True.
I think that's pretty safe.
Oh.
They put whipped cream on them and put them in each other's faces.
Hell
A
yeah.
tweet I saw today. We're gonna just list tweets for a while. Adam's gonna throw the tweets up on the screen as we list them. One I saw today was like server, like colon, what the server says.
Yeah.
Server colon. And what
Explain
kind
it
of
again.
I just need an unbroken 15 seconds. Server. And what kind of toast would you like with that, sir? Toddler colon French. Me colon under my breath. Holy shit. A toddler just answering French.
Sure.
is- Sorry, not as funny as
No.
it's not good.
No, wait.
It's not good. I didn't even write it. You know, it's not my problem. I didn't write that tweet.
Don't you dip into that hashtag drawer. Some self-deprecating hashtag down there.
It's funny and you see it
I
written
think
out.
no, it is funny. I just thought there was going to be more, and then it dawned on me that this kid had power moved like a breakfast
adult,
that comes
yeah.
with toast.
Yeah, that he just said
French. Amazing.
a toddler saying that is
Power
so
move.
striking.
Powerful move.
That's so funny. Wait, I'm getting pro snap shirts at Shepler's.
Shepler's in
funny
Denver.
toddler.
Yes,
Is there
please.
anywhere else before I cross it off the list?
Shepler's is the one.
Just
There's two.
Shepler's.
There's two
They
locations.
have an online shop.
They might.
There's a Western store on Van Nuys that I saw, and it's real nice.
There you go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
There you go.
Yes.
But I don't know anyone in Van Nuys. I can't hang out over
It's
there.
on. We live over there. You can come see our
I
cat.
can't- listen.
There you go.
What did we just spend an hour talking about? I can't.
You get
go over
you
there.
get a set of ostrich skin boots. Those fleas won't be able to get through those ankles.
Do you guys want to know what your upper lip is called?
Yes, please.
Your upper lip is the part of your face between your mouth and your nose, is what it's telling
That's what the
You
internet
just-
said, huh?
Internet just says upper lip.
Your upper lip is
That's
the
not
higher,
it. That's not it.
Your
It's
upper
the
lip-
mustache real estate.
Is the higher
That's called
of
your
your
upper
two
lip.
lips.
No.
What do you want to call it?
Your
Call
lip-
it something.
Your lip ends with this different soft
Oh, it's
flesh.
called the philtrum.
Philtrum.
Oh, the philtrum.
That sounds right. So Tom Waits and Ron Perlman have
Or
the two
medial
largest
cleft.
philtrums on Earth. They're
Long
Jesus, Jesus is never shown on camera, but it's presumed from his sons he had a huge filter.
And then when you see him, he's this tall, philtrum son of a
But
bitch.
Jesus had a beard. People with tall philtrums grow mustaches. That's like a defense
They
mechanism.
disgust me.
But his sons, clean shaven, naked philtrums.
Gross.
That's the name of the movie.
Naked
in fact.
Philtrums.
Naked Philtrums.
Absolutely.
Naked Philtrum.
And Ron Perlman and now I'm doing your podcast format. Ron
It's
Perlman and Tom Waits, tall Philtrum brothers.
Yeah.
They don't get along.
They kiss. Wait, no.
Why don't they get along?
Because one of them is a devil and one's an angel.
Yeah, they both used to live on their dad's shoulders.
Why? How would if they're Jesus' sons? How would one be a devil?
Because Jesus had sex with a demon.
prostitute.
A prostitute. Sure.
No, prostitutes don't necessarily. Come on, this is a bad show if we do that.
Okay. No, I'm with you. Why is one of them evil?
Because Jesus had sex with a demon then.
A tax collector.
But if he is who he says he is, and he's as benevolent,
Because
as
he was
we're-
bitten by the devil. How's that?
He was bitten by the devil.
A snake, a devil snake.
Devil snake.
Got him.
Or sold his soul in order for his tall ass philtrum.
What if we did this? Because of the confusing way the Christian Trinity works.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could make the case that
What is
Cain
it?
and Abel are Jesus' sons.
Mm,
Kind of,
kind of.
right? Because
Did you ever
they're-
play that game Legacy of Cain?
Oh yeah.
It's great.
What?
He's
Yeah.
a vampire.
You never played Legacy? You're younger than us.
It's
It
awesome.
was OG stuff.
Awesome series.
I'm also not trying to go to hell, you know what
Do
I'm
you
saying?
remember the game Soul Reaver?
Yeah.
Soul Reaver was the sequel.
Soul Reaver was the first of that series that I played.
Yeah, it's way better. Legacy of Kain
great.
is sort of bad. It's like The Witcher. It sucks shit. The Witcher sucks
Whoa,
shit.
whoa!
Henry Cavill beat.
The Witcher 3 is one of the greatest games of all time.
I love open world, but Witcher 3 has a weird Euro trash sexuality.
Oh, you're mistaken.
All the characters are wearing like the grossest color palette of motley I've ever seen. I
It
hate
is
the color
real
palette
Ren
of it.
Fair.
It's
Witcher 3.
extremely
It's
Ren Fair.
Super Ren
If you
Fair.
pluck
is-
out a Dark Ages setting, The Witcher is like they picked all the least appealing
Like
things
when
about the
goth
Dark
people
Ages,
go to the Ren Fair.
colored it like a Thomas Kincaid painting that they slid the saturation all the way up
Did you
on
play the game?
for about 3 hours.
Okay, well,
It's
that's
like,
the problem,
You
man.
gotta like watch this guy. You walk into a town in Witcher 3, and all the townspeople are like, "Oh, I'd sure like to break me off a piece of that Witcher.
What,
I'd like to fillet that Witcher." It's like
Yeah, what? What version of the Witcher
all the
were you
townspeople,
playing?
all the ladies are like trying to fuck the Witcher, and all the
They
male
had the triple X
NPCs
Brazilian version of The Witcher 3.
all the male NPCs are like, "I sure hate that all the ladies in my
Yeah.
life would rather have sex with the Witcher."
Well, no,
than
they
me."
also hate him because he's a freak with his snake eyes and he's saving them, but he doesn't need any of
No, I hate
the
games that,
gratitude.
like,
he just wants the
really-
money because
really
he's the Witcher. 'cause
stroke the-
That's the life of witching.
is just
Got a
sleeping with
witch.
towns.
It's wonderful. It's high
townswomen.
fantasy. He's a gruff, piratey son of a bitch.
You got these two
and
ladies
yeah,
with
he
fake
gets it in a
boobs.
little bit,
You
but
got two ladies
he's out
with
there.
fake boobs, and the floating question of the game is which of the
boobs
ladies with
aren't
fake boobs
The boobs aren't
is the
fake. They're
Witcher.
magical.
It's
That's
all
not how
fake.
boobs exist in nature. They're fake
They
boobs.
magicked them up.
They're fake boobs, and the
They're
big question of the
ensorcelled.
game is which of these
They're
ladies with
voluptuous,
fake boobs will the
enchanted
Witcher
breasts.
choose to bless with his sexuality.
Two of them. You can have a threesome in that game.
Wow, I hate that shit.
And then in the end,
Sexuality in games is never done well. It's so tacky.
That's
like
true.
fan
it's
fiction,
it's a
the video
Euro
game.
trash sex fantasy.
That's
It's
true, but
like-
also if you're playing games for the sexuality, I think maybe you missed the point of The Witcher 3.
what's the point of The Witcher 3?
To witch!
Got a witch.
To witch extensively, far and wide
Conceded.
across the land.
Conceited. It's an ugly style guide.
And you upgrade your swords and you learn magic spells and you hunt and track monsters and you are the Witcher coming to Netflix next October.
Dark Souls does half of that shit better. Monster Hunter does the other
Dark Souls
half
is
of it
for
better.
fucking sociopaths.
Dark Souls
It is.
is so good.
Dark Souls is a great game, but it is no Witcher.
Dark Souls is the only grown-up game franchise that exists.
You're gonna be the scariest dad.
The problem But I don't
we
want my
play
kids.
Dark Souls in this house.
Y'all
I don't
play
want my
Zelda.
Maybe
kids to
Bloodborne.
play Dark Souls. The point is, we've been playing video games our whole lives, but it costs so much to make a video game. You have to make a video game that appeals to everyone to make your budget back. So, like,
You think that's what they were doing with The Witcher?
that's what they do with most games. That I saw this
Easy
guy give this
mode
talk at
every
GDC that was
time.
like, Dark Souls is the IKEA in that of video games. It knows what its audience is and what they want. It doesn't try to be all things to all people. It does one thing.
That's fair. It's a great
Well-
game. It's a wonderful game, but there's no denying that it's a torturous slog through a hellscape devised by a monster.
It's so fun. It's so fun. It's the only game that speaks to an adult sensibilities that doesn't have these crass appeals to sexuality and power fantasy.
I think the only game...
You're an adult. You're old enough to hate yourself.
Therefore, Dark Souls is the only adult intellectual property in AAA games.
Interesting.
That's why these kids are so toxic, because they're getting games that are for all audiences at once. So they're for no audiences at once, and you get a weird mix of like aggro 18 to 24-year-old angst and crass violence and sexuality. Like, you get all the chocolates and all the cheese stirred into one dish, and you're like, these flavors don't feel right together.
That's old man Fabricus' house.
The Dark Souls.
He only plays Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
You know what?
What?
I played Sekiro for a little bit. I liked it, but the character customization. You play a character. You don't play. There's no character creator, right?
Did you like in Bloodborne how all of the characters you could make were some flavor of Adrian Brody?
Yes, that's true. Bloodborne is so fucking
no matter
good, too.
how far you put the slider, it's
can't
just like
not
you're
make
just
Adrian
a,
Brody.
You're just a different
You
Adrian
can
Brody.
make a
Lady Adrian,
Southeast Asian Adrian Brody.
Ladrian Brody.
Just
They are all
essentially the beginning of the pianist to the end of the pianist.
Sure, yeah.
What I'm saying is, The Witcher is terrible.
The Witcher is great. Top 3.
It's like you play
What are
Mass
the other
Effect.
two?
You know what? Top 3 games of all time. See, I'm a big Destiny head.
I'm playing Destiny 2.
I got a sock
little
on,
bit
baby.
every
I got
day.
one Destiny sock
I
on.
thought it was a Sasquatch sock.
The other one's a Sasquatch
Oh, okay.
sock.
I saw that one.
I don't have to match because I'm 36, and that means I get to decide what socks match.
Keller, do you know much about Destiny? You play at all?
No, I downloaded the free thing when it was free.
Big Destiny.
Destiny 2
head.
will be free soon.
Okay,
That's true. It will. You should play.
it's good.
Yeah,
It
we
is
should play.
good. I haven't been playing a lot lately, but I feel like that goes in there. And one of my go-to like old school games is Mega Man 2. That I say.
Mega Man 2?
Mega Man 2 was the first game that I ever beat. I was like 6 years old, and then I went back and played it at age 22 and was like, where were my parents? This is impossible. What was
No, that's-
happening around the house?
Mega Man 2 is extremely legit. I had 3, which was way harder than
Yeah.
2. Could not beat Snake Man. I remember that. The Snake Man theme is burnt into my brain because I spent
Sing it.
so long. It's like, wait, I'm going to pull it up.
What key are we in? Sing it.
No, Snake Man time. It's Snake Man, it's Snake Man. You're trying to get Snake Man, but you can't get there.
That's it.
There's a couple of video game songs that sure.
Like, listen how evocative this is. This is not the actual version. Listen to this time change.
It's great.
Fucking so good.
Dude, those one of my favorite things in the world is like chip tunes. That's what I write to.
Who likes chiptunes?
We like chip tunes.
What's the guy's name?
Losers, dweebs, wastoids.
Did you ever play Mega Man Legends?
No.
It was a really, really great Mega Man take.
Interesting. I love the
And,
Mega Man X games.
Yeah, they were great.
Not the Mega Man X games. That was a different failed experiment.
Mega Man Legends. So they had this thing called serve bots, which would become minions. Minions are
okay.
stolen from the Mega Man Legends theory or series, and I don't know why that's not.
Sure.
No.
Calling you out.
Like,
Illumination.
If Capcom's in any
You hear
money
that,
trouble at all,
Stuart and the gang? Minions.
okay, wait, you were gonna name your 3
Oh yeah,
favorite games
so
of all
I'm gonna
time.
go Mega Man 2. I'm gonna go
Destiny,
Destiny.
2.
Witcher 3 for sure.
Witcher 3,
Damn.
Destiny 2.
And it's a toss-up. I love Destiny 2. I played a lot, but boy, back in the day, I played a lot of Warcraft. I played a lot of EverQuest. Might be it. I think it might be. I think my third choice is gonna be Red Dead Redemption: Undead Nightmare.
Just the add-on.
It was so good.
I played it for just a little bit. It was extremely intense, and I
was
just got
spooky
busy
and
and
weird.
never picked it back up.
It had a fun story. You could capture crazy horses to ride, like skeleton horses.
Are they
going
going
to
to do that with Red Dead 2? That would
don't
be
know.
great, a version of that.
I don't think
Zombies
so.
were like extremely hot back then.
They were
like,
hot.
That was around the time the Walking Dead TV show started.
peak zombie?
I
years.
wanna-
I was like
Western
so sick of fucking zombies.
zombies.
sick
by
of
the time
zombies
that
almost
happened.
to me as soon as it happened.
Yeah.
Because I was an early adopter of zombies, and then by the time it kind
By
of
the
hit
time it
everything,
hit
I was like, no.
Cable TV, you're like, you took my subversive thing.
There was a great book called The Zombie Survival Guide by Max Brooks, who also
yeah.
wrote World War Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The book was really good. The movie was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Mel
They're
Brooks'
making a
son,
show,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a video game?
Yeah, I think
it's
they're doing
actually
something
came out.
else.
I think someone who had played the video game said that the game's not great, but there's wild physics at play with the zombies. They're
Interesting.
extremely ragdoll flaily.
So, like, in the reason the book was so good was because it was written in the style of like, it was like interviews with people. It was this journalist traveling the world, interviewing people who had survived the zombie apocalypse, and like they all talked about where they were and how they survived it. And it's like one guy's in the army, one guy was in a submarine, one guy was this kid who just played video games in his room all day, and one day looked up and realized that everyone was gone.
And just like what it was like in Tokyo
Yeah.
and like
And what it
different
was about,
parts of the world.
like in
Yeah.
Tokyo and in Egypt. It's great, really good. And you kind of pick up the story of how people defeated this thing and discovered it.
I would read the book if
great.
I haven't had an ass full of zombies at this
Yeah.
point. They've been, and pardon my language, fucked to death. Zombies, I can't do them anymore.
Thank you for the
It's
pardon.
Sure.
Sorry. It's
Pardon.
just
You gonna
zombies
see
are over.
Zombieland 2?
I blame Chris Hardwick.
I will
I'm
see it.
sick of zombies. I'm sick.
I
of
blame
it.
Chris Hardwick
I didn't
too.
like Zombieland 1. Like
Really? It's good.
I think it's a fun time.
I did not
I
like
just
it.
watched it. Held up.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's a little
Shit fuck
funny.
when he opens that
Some of the
cabinet.
acting is so bad in it.
Yeah, it's a little precious too sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you can feel when somebody was like, that scene's gotta go in.
I could see that like the screenwriters like writing characters like naming them after towns and stuff, and that's like it doesn't work on screen where they're
Yeah.
like your name is Wichita and your name is fucking Bonner Springs or whatever their fucking name is. Like
Your
it
name is
doesn't-
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Did you watch X-Men First Class where all the like mutants are like sitting around a room and they're like my power is screaming. My name's Banshee, and it's
Oh,
just like
yeah.
such like a like
Such
you're
a
like-
crazy
it's like
stretch.
such a fucking stupid scene that would never happen.
What would your
with
X-Men
humans.
name be?
Me
What's your power?
being allergic to cats, being smarter than
Cool.
everyone who likes cats.
Cool.
Uh,
They'd call you the Wretch.
Call you Crater Ankles.
The cursed
crater
one.
ankles. I do ankle plague. Ankle plaguer.
Ankle plague.
Plaguer. No.
Puss legs.
Pus legs.
Puss knuckle.
Ooh.
Puff knuckle is a Bob Duca
Oh,
condition.
okay.
Famous bit. Remember Puff Knuckle?
Yes.
I want to complain about video games some more.
Okay.
You played World of Warcraft.
I played World of Warcraft. I stopped. I had a level 85 hunter.
Did you stop because of external factors in your life, or because you didn't like how the game was developing?
I stopped for the same reason I stopped playing most MMOs, which is just I get to a point with the grind where I'm like,
You can see the loop. You're
yeah,
like stuck
I'm just
in,
like,
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. I hit that point every expansion, which is fine because that's a good place to just stop.
Sure.
I play every expansion for the story, and then every patch there's like another few hours of story, but then I check out.
And if you're in like a big guild or something that raids, like I could get how it would be fun.
That's
but
hard,
It's like,
and that's my problem with Destiny too. Is like, I've unlocked all the gear I can
Yeah.
unlock before raiding, and
We
I
raid
will
on Sunday
not.
nights. We'll get you in, man.
I will not appointment game. I won't
Well,
do it.
oh, really?
That's the line.
It's the only way to do it because
I
otherwise
know.
you just have to grind all the time and be like a no lifer. But if you set up a day where it's like
Destiny's a better game for.
Sunday's poker night, that's when we'll do it.
I mean, Thursday night is my only weekly schedule. That's
Well,
the.
Guess you're gonna
should be playing
Guess you're gonna be
games.
sticking with that menagerie armor, huh?
Idiot.
Is Menagerie a raid? I went in there the other day and my guns weren't putting a dent in anything, and I was like, I don't want to be in here.
Gotta hit the
Sucks.
gym, man.
These are narrow hallways. My guns are not doing anything.
It's hard.
It's too hard. It's not fun. It's not fun when the hot tub's too hot. They said in Destiny, it's okay. So Destiny's easiest to pick up. I can play it for 20 minutes. I can put it back down, no problem. You can't really do that with WoW. Like everything
True.
dovetails into everything else. Like Destiny is like, that's why I sort of prefer it. And the world building is on point, but I've got a really specific gripe against what's really like a genre of design that came after Halo.
Sure.
Because Master Chief was a broad character with an obscured face. He's an extremely capable man. The character steps into the shoes of, and his face is obscured, and he just kills.
Mm-hmm.
That is what a lot of 18 to 24-year-old focused games are. Destiny is that too. Like,
Dude, you have a face in Destiny. I have a great face. It's a handsome robot man.
you use the character creator, and then you never see the face.
I see the face all the time. I see it in my dreams, dog.
Gotta
You have
look
to
at the
turn
face.
your helmet off when you're
Yeah.
in the tower.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you have to go in the menus, turn your helmet off. I'm just saying.
It's exhausting. The menus are so heavy.
Dude, Destiny's
play
menus
Dark
suck
Souls.
shit.
They do.
They suck shit. Oh
It's
my
bad.
god. I'm in a quest and it's like, is this quest in my
You
inventory?
never see the guy's face in Dark Souls. And if you
Yeah.
do, you're like, ugh, put it away. This character creator is terrible.
One thing that's funny about Dark Souls, you do the character creator, and then your character, his flesh rots. Like, so your face is rendered useless anyway.
Yeah.
But that's canon of the game. That's a little bit different of a thing, but like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
You can't in Dark Souls, like you can tweak sliders all day and they all just come
they
out.
all bake you the same.
They all just come
relative
out
face.
full dad bod. Dad, somebody woke up dad in the middle of the night.
Oh shit, we got 4 minutes left. Let me close by asking you this. Did you ever play Dragon's Dogma?
No.
What's that?
So good. It's the best action RPG that exists. It's like Devil May Cry combat in like a sword and sorcery setting. It's
Sounds
open
fun.
world, extremely dry plot delivery. So it didn't really electrify people with its plot. Dragon's Dogma is absolutely excellent.
I love an
Everyone
action,
should play it.
Love an action RPG.
And we should. Well, did I get through all that? We got Pearl Snaps. We touched WoW. I want to talk
Yeah.
more about WoW because WoW Classic's coming out this month.
Okay.
I'm not gonna play it.
It's a troll. I was in
played
it
it.
for the tusks.
Horde, baby.
Yeah.
You never played Alliance?
Never.
My dude.
What'd you guys think of the Warcraft movie?
Didn't see it.
I like Zoe Bowie.
Is that a real person?
The director of that movie. What's his name?
Dustin Jones.
Duncan
Jones. His real name is Zoe Bowie. It's David
Really?
Bowie's son.
That's not true.
It's true.
Zoe Bowie is
Zoe
his real
Bowie.
name. He lives in
Man,
the neighborhood.
and he
He's around
changed
here
it?
somewhere.
No way.
Yeah, he
Zoe.
was on Marin, and he was like, he married a lady who was like from this northeast LA corridor. He's around here somewhere.
Does Marin live over here too?
People are looking. What do we
He
got?
lived a block this
Coyotes.
What?
The
How
cat
close are we
ranch
to
is
the
a
cat
block
ranch?
that way.
We're that close
But
to the
he
cat
moved
ranch?
He moved over there somewhere.
Oh my god.
He's not on Highland Park anymore. But
Okay.
the cat ranch is a block, right? Yeah. Could I throw a rock?
Hit a cat.
We're on Avenue 52. It was on 53.
You just
cat
told
ranch.
everybody where we live.
We're nobody.
Scatter.
How many streamers we got? What was peak streamer amount? We're 2 right now, or peaked at 2?
Everybody's gonna know.
Yeah.
So whoever, if you're out there, please don't stalk us. We're on Avenue 52. We're 1964 North Avenue 52.
Oh man.
And
They show this in prison, dude.
we've got a situation at the house, and I don't know if my sound is coming through the PA, but it should be Jake. The sound that comes out of the thing, I don't think it is. Oh, but it's my fault. So we'll get better at this. Maybe we could take it down a little bit.
Yeah, just tiny.
What? There's coyotes outside. Are they out there? Look, they're in the darkness here.
Oh God.
Rant at these coyotes.
We've got a situation because there's coyotes outside in the thing in the darkness on the hillside, and they're like, there's like a pack of them. There's a pack of coyotes. There's a pack of coyotes on the hillside, and it's like a mama and a bunch of babies, and the babies are like teenagers, and they do this thing where the mom will abandon the children to teach them life's hard out here. You gotta hunt on your own. It's like puberty for baby coyotes, right? But the mom is still around, but these children coyotes don't know they gotta live in the shadows. They don't know they gotta have an element of stealth to the way they're doing things. They're extremely awkward. So they've been coming out, and we called animal control not to take them away, but we thought they had mange. We thought the mother had abandoned them because they had mange, and it's really just, no, it's a natural thing at this age in a young coyote's lifestyle. Their mom abandons them for periods of time, but not forever. And I think they're probably out there watching us right now, learning about the human world. They got big old ears. They're little cutie patooties. And they're gonna kill all the neighborhood cats. They kill all the cats people have in their house. And that's good. And that is why they're hero of the week, because they eat house cats for fun. And I love them. I love our coyote neighbors. They're beautiful, wild dogs. They never hurt human beings. They're too smart for that. And that's Absolute Fabricus for August 8th. And we done did it. And The Witcher 3 sucks shit. Joe Biden sucks shit. Mass Effect approach to sexuality sucks shit.
That was beautiful, man.
Thank you.